So this is pretty insane. So this comes from MSNBC. When it comes to being anti-Democrat, it seems to be, or anti-Bernie Sanders, I should say, not anti-Democrat. It seems MSNBC is probably the worst, because even with Fox News, I feel like they're not, like, going out of their way to just be, fuck Bernie Sanders, fuck Bernie. Like, that's not their motto on a daily basis, where they're just shooting the crap at him. MSNBC is essentially doing that. That's their entire motto. Obviously, they're corporate owned. As you guys know, Bernie is Jewish. Bernie Sanders is Jewish. I believe he's Polish. Polish background. His family was wiped out by Hitler, Adolf Hitler. And Chuck Todd made a comment that a lot of people were angry with.
Hey, I want to bring up something that Jonathan last put in the Bulwark today, and it was about how, in Ruth, we've all been on the receiving end of the Bernie online brigade. And here's what he says. He says, no other candidate has anything like this sort of digital brown shirt brigade. I mean, except for Donald Trump. The question no one is asking is this. What if you can't win the presidency without an online mob? What if we now live in a world where...
So, as you guys just heard there, he says that Bernie Sanders, and he's quoting an article, he says, Bernie Sanders has his own brown shirt brigade. Now, if you don't know what the brown shirts are, basically, it was like, Hitler was basically trying to take power in the Weimar Republic at the time. And it was just total and just massive chaos there. Because they had this government, but there was just so much shit going on. And there was the Treaty of Versailles, like, limited them so much. And so there's, like, only 100K people in the military. And then people were getting angry because there was economic downfall. And there was just so much shit. I mean, holy smokes, it is just complete chaos. And so the brown shirts, also known as the SA, they're basically just his thug squad of a fuck ton of people. I think at one point they were at like millions, if I'm not mistaken. And they would just kill political opponents, beat the shit out of them, intimidate them. That was their whole goal, especially being anti-communist, anti-far left wing, all of that stuff. Okay, they were all against that. So it was basically just his group of thugs. Okay, Hitler's group of thugs, which was crucial to him being able to seize power and become chancellor of Germany because he basically just spent the whole time trying to coerce the government into being like, give me the power, give me chancellorship. I want to be ultimate, hold power. And so that played a crucial role in that, obviously, right? Because once you eliminate all your political opponents, who the fuck's left, And so Chuck Todd is he's calling people who, and he's quoting this article, which is calling people like me. I'm part of that Bernie brigade. I am proud of it. And you should join Twitter too. If you're not on there, dude, like, there needs to be a lot of backlash to these losers, because that's where all these losers are on, is Twitter. Bro, like, I'll respond to Elizabeth Warren's tweets snaking Bernie with snake emojis, or Pete Buttigieg with rat emojis and stuff like that. Like, they're comparing, like, they're making an analogy between these motherfuckers, these thugs, gangsters who are, like, just beating the shit out of political opponents, killing them, to people sending snake emojis and rat emojis on Twitter. I mean, that, first of all, is just insane. But then you realize that, holy shit, Bernie Sanders is Jewish, and his family was wiped out by Hitler. And so it's like, it's incredibly insensitive, and it's really fucking offensive, obviously. And so if these roles were reversed, if Ilhan Omar said this same thing about a Jewish candidate, she would be, just completely rifled into death. Also want to say that Chuck Todd did a segment going after AOC because he claimed that she compared the camps, the internment camps that are at the border with the Holocaust. And I think even like the Anne Frank Center or something came out in favor of what she was saying, and they agreed with her. But he did a whole segment saying, oh, this is so offensive to the Holocaust. And then here he is, the same Chuck Todd, saying that the Bernie Brigade on Twitter sending snake emojis is the brown shirts. Okay, that's fucking asinine. Absolutely insane. Okay, absolutely insane. So, fuck this guy, man.